All right, we're going to head into this Core Set 2020 Best of 3 draft. And before I do, I want to mention my sponsor, Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom sells magical cards. Mr. Grim Pac-Man, thank you for that sub. Card Kingdom sells magic cards, magic supplies, magic, sealed magic product, everything you need, buy, sell, trade. You've heard it all before. I've said this every day, but I have a side story to tell today. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you, Hanthor. Hanthor is winning with lots of busted mythics and best of 3 mythics and rares. Nice. Anyway, back. So I want to tell a quick story that illustrates why I appreciate Card Kingdom. I always talk about how their prices on both buy and sell are either leading the industry or at least competitive. But I say it that way because, you know, they don't always have the best sell price, right? Sometimes Card Kingdom is charging a little bit more than where you can get it elsewhere. I sell cards at on a site. You know, you can look down at my panels and go to my store and find people selling cards a lot like me. We're not Card Kingdoms. We're smaller entrepreneurs entering the secondary market and selling in kind of more of a multi-seller eBay style format, you know? And often you can go there and see that, oh, here's someone selling a card $1 less than Card Kingdom is selling it for. So I'm going to get it from here. And I do that too. You know me, I'm a value hound. I shop, I always put Card Kingdom in my rotation, but I will shop elsewhere if I think there's a price that is worth it. But what are you getting for that dollar? What's the real cost of that dollar? I put in a big order from a bunch of different sellers and got in about 18 different orders from 18 different sellers. 5 of them I am sending back because of condition. That just like ridiculous, like, you're calling this near mint? This is, if not heavily played or moderately played, at least lightly played, right? And so I now have this hassle of like almost a third of my orders needing some sort of corrective action on my part, needing me to contact a seller, have them either, you know, issue some will offer you a discount to just not have to deal with it. And it's like, these are $5 to $12 cards. It's like, it's a pain in the butt. It's not, I don't want to have to do this. And it's like, sometimes the bargain isn't worth it. If you're chasing, and like, I just love knowing that if I buy from Card Kingdom, I don't have to send anything back. Oh, and the packaging is going to be easy to open. I swear that some of these resellers are, you know, they're this lady. Like I think this is the shipping department. I'm gonna show you a live video of the shipping department of a lot of these places.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance.
Who puts a full layer of packing tape over a top loader to ship it? I don't want to break into packing tape to get into a top loader. Oh my God. It's like I'm wrestling with these. Like, I feel like I used up that $1 I saved just getting inside the top loader. Like, I would, like, when I see one of those top loaders that has a huge piece of tape across the top, I'm like, can I just give the $1 now and have it from Card Kingdom instead, please? Because I know they're not going to do this to me. So anyway, little side rant. Card Kingdom will not work you over on the way they package it and the way they send it and the way they handle customer interactions. For example, as I said, I've had to send 5 orders back, and one person reached out to me and basically implied that over an $8 card that I might be trying to scam them, and that if the card did not show the damage that I indicated was there, that they're going to report me to TCG Player. You know, they're going to report me to the site. And it's like, that's customer service. You think I'm trying to rip you off for an $8 card? My goodness. A top loader is, let me find one. Top loader is one of these. It's a thick, it's what everybody ships cards in. So, and that's the other thing, when they, you know, people who put tape on top loaders, see that? This is a useless top loader to me now. Like, it's just like, why does that tape have to be there? There's so many different ways you can ship it to not do that. Anyway, little extra long rant here, but in the name of promoting Card Kingdom, because Card Kingdom will not make you suffer the way that I am suffering with several of these orders that I just put in. So rest assured that even if Card Kingdom is not fully winning that price battle on that card you're looking for, if you're not getting a huge price advantage, I seriously recommend just going with Card Kingdom for your sanity, for 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 just having a clean, nice retail experience. And frequently they're just winning on the price war anyway. So there you go. Thank you, Card Kingdom. We're going to jump in now. Thank you for letting me vent a little bit. Yeah, Shadow Mine, there's so many different ways to do it without without sticky tape on a top loader. Let's draft, Travis. Motoshita Yamama is requiring me to do something fabulous before she'll make it rain. Let's try to make that happen. How does opening a rare Chandra count? Probably not. We have to do something fabulous with her, but we're certainly going to start there, right? Oh, yeah. Let me get into draft view. Kind of remembered, sort of quickly. What else is in here? What might be wheel? I don't see any obvious wheels. There's enough good cards that something good might come around. Like if we go, one thing you can do to anticipate wheels in a pack is kind of like count off your picks. So you like pick, you kind of find pick 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never mind. Nothing. 7. Like, did I count this? 8. Yeah, like maybe a Cutthroat comes around. If we get something as good as an Aeronaut, we should be fist pumping. If Aeronaut comes around, we're absolutely in the right place. We're going to take Chandra here.
Than having a plan. Basically, anything.
Also feeling, again, a little sweaty this morning. Sorry. I'm going to dab off. I won't actually dab. No, we won't do that around here. I'm too old for that nonsense. Warden is awesome, but we love our Sailor. Right? Yeah, it's just the best card anyway. Follow-up meme card, or winged words to go with our Sailor. Probably just the Golem. I first picked Golem pretty happily, although Gravedigger is also a 2-for-1. It's just a color commitment. Like, we can take Golem and it'll go in any deck. So I think we just take, and also we've seen this format is just super grindy, so Golem is great in that situation. We're going to snap up this 2-for-1 instead of this 2-for-1. Or the card draw 2-for-1, actually. Reduced to Ashes is fine. Leafkin Druid is the best card here. Probably take Leafkin Druid, and we're in Teamer to start, which is the strong elemental colors, and we can kind of bank towards whatever feels correct from here. So we'll see where we head from here. We could take just the land here, actually, and try to be more set up being able to like splash for the Sailor, maybe be base, because obviously Chandra demands red and Leafkin demands early green. So if we were playing all 3 of these colors, we'd want to be splashing the blue. Vaporkin wonders if it's possible to make an artifact deck in this limited. Depends on how all in on artifacts you mean. There is the Weaponsmith that not only taps, it obviously goes and fetches the weapons or whatever, but it also taps to add 2 colorless that can be used for artifacts. So I think you could do a build around kind of artifact thing with that card, but it's not very pronounced. The Dentron asks, is there a reason to not crack your packs on Arena? No. That was part of the early... I'm going to take this land. Part of the early initial design of the whole system and was basically saying, let's not do what Magic Online did. We should never... It's bad for Wizards to set up incentives to not open booster packs, right? Like, in paper, they can't control that or whatever, but in a digital game where they control the incentives... It was a mistake on Magic Online to set up an incentive to not open booster packs. And it's really one of the biggest regrets of that platform's economy, I think, that the teams always had for it, but it was kind of something that you were locked into. All right, yeah, are we taking the fire elemental? This feels really rough to take this here, but we do have, you know, it is an elemental, so it does have the synergies. Not where we want to be grabbing these, though, to be honest. It's not like we're, I mean, I guess there's some white that's showing itself open. Like Aerial Assault is fine, but we're not going to bank into white at this point, so we're just going to take a tracker here. Or Invocation. These are of similar power level, I think, but they just do different things. They have wildly different jobs, but do it at about the same quality level, you know? I only want one tracker, only want one or two Invocations, but I think I'm going to take... Yeah, I kind of want one. I'm fine with one of these, fine with one of these. You can really take either one. I think I'll take the tracker here. Here's the weaponsmith I was talking about that can get you into an artifact-based deck, and we could take it here in anticipation of potentially being, you know, blue-green instead or something, or red-blue. But I like Highlands here again. You could take Smuggler as well. Smuggler's fine, but 2 Highlands this early just really sets us up to play 3-color, I think. And when you're leaning elementals, being able to play 3 colors is insane. Like I do like a Smuggler, and I hope we pick one up, but I'm going to take the Highlands specifically because Teamer elementals with good mana is about the best place you can be, and taking this to be able to set up taking the random 2/1 flyer, draw a card, brawlers, that kind of thing. So I'm going to take the land and look to support Teamer elementals the best I can. Here's pick 9, where we didn't expect much to wheel and nothing much did. The Cutthroat and Skeleton. We had this long shot hope that 3/2 flying on your turn for 4 in red might make it to us, but it didn't. We can take Vault Progress or Negate for the board. We did bring in Negate from the board yesterday in a heavy blue deck. It doesn't look like we're heavy blue, but I will hedge with the Negate over just taking Vault Progress. Well, we're in 3 colors, so if we're not in the open colors, you're saying we're not in... I mean, you're not really in blue, I suppose, but blue hasn't been open, right? So I agree that blue hasn't been open, and this is kind of a sign, though. These were both here at the beginning. I don't think there were any other green cards in the pack, so this is actually a good sign for us. Loaming Shaman isn't amazing, but I'm going to take it here over the Pump Spell. I don't want a bunch of these pump smells. Pump smells aren't great either. I have a sump pump. Let me tell you, pump smells not great. But we'll take the Shaman. Manifold Key doesn't do enough to justify the card in the deck, I don't think. You know, when it works, it's really impressive when it closes out a game or something, but it just loses you too many games where you need to stabilize and it doesn't help. But we'll take a Raptor we hope to not play. Second Shaman. First natural end for the board. I'm just going to take the second Shaman. Kind of sets up I can't deck type scenarios, although, you know, these have to die in order for that to cycle through. But yeah, we'll take another Shaman. Probably we want elementals there. Here's a growth cycle that we will take. So yeah, if we're not in the open colors, then I guess you could argue that white was pretty open and we could have taken a shot on white. But I liked our first 3 picks. This was correct, and then what did we grab, like a Leafkin Druid? I think we started with the 3 most powerful cards, and then it just felt like getting into white was a mistake. But maybe there was a signal like around pick 4, 5, 6 that could have moved us into white. But, you know, rewarded. I don't know what you mean green's not open. Look. Would love this Chandra, but that's true. Funky But Loving points out that there was... Oh, that's right. Wasn't the third pick... the third pick was actually Meteor Golem, not Leafkin Druid, right? So there was a Meteor Golem that could have been a Gravedigger, but hard to argue taking a third color over a card that's going to go in every one of your decks, right? So while I can see how you may have gotten there if you just love, love, love Gravedigger, but yeah, so well, at least we're in the green. We've got a nice solid line on green, right? Green is clearly open, so let's start there. And then we got a brawler that often wheels because the bots don't have it figured out yet. So I'm going to take the Scorcher and hope the brawler wheels. Scorcher doesn't really wheel. Oh, then maybe I've seen both wheel. Haven't they both wheeled? Anybody have a sense of which the bots hate more? This knight is great, by the way. But we're going to stick to our meager bankroll guns and not rare draft right now and try to get our max EV. Max win EV. Brawler wheels more. That was my feeling. Okay, I'm going to take Scorcher then, and we're going to try and wheel this. One time wheel Swiftwater Cliffs. Pack 3, it might come around. And Hauler is very nice. Saddle is fine. Especially throw around things like Fire Elemental. A 6/5, only one blocker can be pretty good. But I think we take the Ember Hauler here. This is a Walk and Shock is too good. Hard to cast, but too good. Another Scorcher, a Leafkin Druid. I think we're not too far from blue to call this a good card. I'm not even, you know, if we gave this for free, I'm not sure we'd splash it at this point. Right now, we may just end up straight up green-red. But I think, yeah, this is a very close one, but I think we're going to go with the uncommon. It gives us 2 of them, and we get to really start to build around this type of interaction and really look to leverage a single card that makes 3 elementals. I mean, look at... Oh, no, sorry, this is the... I get my Chandras confused. This isn't the one I was thinking of. It's still a good one, but yeah. Anyway, we'll take the Scorcher and try to build around this here. Ooh, this is an interesting pick. Let's go to Curve for this, because I think it may matter. Kind of just want this pack. Uncaged Fury is an excellent combat trick. We have a fine 4-mana Elemental, a 3-mana Linchpin flying defense creature, and a solid playable 2-drop in red. This is not a 2-drop, though. Let's put this more like here, at least. Hey, Media. I didn't really get my hellos out there this morning, but hello, everybody. Thank you for joining today. You milled him out, Media? Oh. Yeah, we can move Raptor to the board. That's not a real card for us right now. It's a desperation card. We don't need to put it in our curve. Anyway, we'll go back here. Actually, let's see. Oh, these Loaming Shamans are fine, but not exciting. Kind of want that spider, but also feeling like I should just stick with the elemental theme and take the 4-drop. What do you think? Yeah, seems like, yeah, it's a pretty strong pack, although we've seen that red wasn't super available, so maybe the bots that were taking it from our right are going to snap up the Mastiff or whatever, but let's take the Crasher and hope. Go with the Elemental. With double Scorcher, I think we do want the Overcome. This becomes an Overcome deck with the Scorchers. And we're only passing on like a Diamond Knight, Veil of Summer, land. You know, these are all, there's a lot of actually technically playables in here, but I think we just actually want the Overcome. I still want, you've been impressed by Overcome. Yeah, it's done some work, but I still want it to, I still want it in Go Wide. I want to be making tokens to be really happy with Overcome, but we're doing that here, so. Another Loaming Shaman. We can get a freaking playset before the end of this thing. I do not like the Spitter enough to take it and play it, but I might like the Airstrike or Veil of Summer in the board more than the third Loaming Shaman. 3 Loaming Shamans is too many. So, I mean, 2 might be too many, 1 might be too many, but well, I think 1's okay. Yeah, Airstrike is better. This is just a little tricky to use, and often you just have to go, oh, well, I'm just going to cycle it. Whereas this, when you bring it in, is like premium removal. So, yeah. We'll still get some flying defense, I bet. Oh. Doing it? Oh, my goodness. All in on scampering. We'll take a bow here over a 4-drop that really doesn't fit in what we're doing. And look, our brawler came back. Doing it right. That's a 4-drop we're playing. Get another bow if we wanted. There's some matchups where we might even bring in 2, but maybe yeah, I don't know, this is tough too. We have Meteor Golem and Hydra for our big end, so I'm not super into the Predator, especially it's not an elemental. Oh yeah, the Scorcher was pick 8. So we just got it in the last, you like the trick here? Yeah, I keep passing the tricks. We do have bow, we have a bow already. Do we really want 2 is the question. Yeah, we take a second growth cycle, and then if we get Season of Growth, we might play it. I really want Rabid Bites with Season of Growth, though. All right. Rift for the board. Like, creatures without flying can't block this turn is very relevant rules text in this format, I think. I think we should be playing Tectonic Rift more than we do, but I still think Wolfkin Bond is a little more generically useful in terms of helping with tokens and making go wide. It's not great, but it's possible we play it, so let's take the Bond. Gecko Skin thinks I'm underrating Keldon Raider. I appreciate the Raider. I just don't appreciate the Raider when we have 1, 4, 5, 6 4-drops with a pack left to go. And the thing with Elementals is they're heavy at 4, right? We're like probably not playing this tracker now because what's going to happen is we're going to get more 4-drops in the third pack. Yeah, I would love to see the uncommon champion, is it? That grows with tokens. Then we would play that. That is more of a vote for something like a Wolfkin Bond. Yeah, Rift is probably the most underrated card in the set, Hector, because it just looks like the 4-mana land destruction that you're not supposed to play, right? It's so easy to write off. Oh yeah, 4-mana land destruction with some useless rider, right? And it's like, no, this rider is actually quite useful. Yeah, we got the Veil back. Another elemental we're not going to play. Lotus Field is actually not a bad pick for a 3-color deck. If we're 3-color. We still have the Sailor, but right now we're not playing the Sailor. It's all coming together without it, and I think we just want to be lean and mean, taking a shock here over Overcome or Spider. And hopefully we pick up a Spider somewhere along in this pack, and then we wheel this Overcome. Why didn't you pick Diamond Dog? I don't like the card. I don't know. I've seen it get big on some boards, but man, it's easy just to remember when it got to be a 6/6 or whatever, but I try to remember all the times where they play it as a 1/1, I laugh and beat them, you know? Yeah, it's just shock. Might of the Masses is pretty great with all these scampering Scorchers. But Spitfire, do we want a Spitfire? We're pretty dead at 3. Thank you for the sub. Will this wheel? Does anybody remember Might of the Masses wheeling? Normally I just treat this like any other combat trick, but in this deck with triple Scorcher, this could win us actually a lot of games. That's the thing. This could win us games, and we're not really triggering the Spitfire here. This is just a 1/3 flyer. We have nothing that's going to be damaging pre-combat right now. Yeah, I'm going to take the Might. This is tempting, but we're not doing anything with this right now, whereas this is hyper synergistic with what we're up to. Oh. Oh, because we can cast Might from the graveyard. Have to do it at sorcery speed, though, right? This is a little sad because we have to pass it, but this is pretty happy that we get to add a second Leafkin Druid. That really helps with these. If we can jump to 4, I would just want non-stop Leafkin Druids from here. Embercat is effectively a Leafkin Druid. We'll take it for this deck. I think that's the first the first Embercat I've drafted. Do we ever get one? You know, I don't remember drafting one of those before. A lot of garbage here. We can take. Thank you, Rollock. Is there any possibility for splash? We still have we have 2 rugged highlands, so we could run some highlands for the islands, but I don't think it's worth it. We have a pretty much curve out aggro thing developing here, and this is where we're going to wheel the Rift and happily put it in our board, but probably just need to take a Sentinel for curve. I really don't like the Spitter. I'm not in for Bo in the main deck. In fact, we can move that to the board. I just like to show it so we remember that we have one. Right on, Rollock. I know that I am a left monitor entertainment option for a lot of desk jockeys in the US. Yeah, we can put it in the board if you don't want to distract yourself with with looking at it. So only three things that we are likely to be able to cast on turn 2. If we can cast Holler, that's great, but I'm not counting on it. We probably just need to take the stupid Sentinel. See? I know these things. Yeah, it depends on your job. Some people are doing things that enable them to be able to pay half attention, and for those of you who are barely paying attention but keep me up anyway, I really appreciate that as well. Still counts towards my numbers. I still get to tell Card Kingdom who's watching me. All right. Let's get the Sentinel. Hey, are we splashing? We're at pick 6, pack 3, but suddenly I'm like, hey, you know, the Spectral Sailor's pretty good. We're taking it and we'll see. Ah! Clean living. Clean living. Thank you. I don't know why the magic gods are smiling on me right now, but let's do that. Here's an invocation we can take. We had a very early pick where, well, we could also take a 3rd growth cycle. Are we ever going to play 3? Are we going to do that? I mean, maybe that's a plan. Is just moving in on growth cycles better than diversifying with an invocation? I just have a feeling this isn't going to matter. I think our deck quality is such that we're not going to play it. I think the cycles are getting cut, but let's take one, and then if we decide, we can also move in, like in sideboarding, move into that. I don't think we're playing either, but so given that, let's take the one that feeds on itself in case we do decide to do that. This is the wrong dual land, but it can't all come up Millhouse, I suppose. We could take a Vial or the second Overcome. Really would make this deck consistent if we think the Overcome is good for us. Berserker. I disagree. I mean, maybe we could take this for the board, but I'm not going to main deck it, I don't think. I think we'll take the Overcome and increase the consistency of that. I think we would run 2. Like we got this triple Scorcher deck. We love ourselves an Overrun, or you know, Overcome. We'd love an Overrun, but Overcome. We'll take this for the board. Didn't end up with any spiders, but we did get some flying defense. Here's another opportunity to pick up a card we probably won't play versus bad removal, but we're a little low on removal. It's not really what we're doing. We're just trying to bust out dudes and turn them sideways. Yeah, we could take the charge for that, but I like the charge when you're playing enough blue, like heavy blue, heavy green. Maybe the charge is a good board option. I have sided in Vile when they are playing like low toughness utility creatures that are just miserable to face. This can actually be brought in. Sometimes you're willing to pay 4 mana to get rid of a thing. Some 3 mana, 2 toughness thing that's just really great. So yeah, I'm actually gonna take it for that. We're not gonna start it definitely, but it's not bad to have around as an option against low curve aggro. Mostly we're gonna try to work off of Shock and Ember Hauler, but nice to have it's reasonable to have a third option, even if it's not a great one. Weaponsmith, we have 1 bow, 1 vial, but we're not gonna play that game. So I will take its charge here over Vault Progress. And here's that rift I was hoping to see. Probably starts in the board, but if we see ourselves in a ground versus ground type game, I am bringing this in. I think we're gonna try to show today that this is an underutilized card in the format right now. The Dendron, are you worried about Overcome Flood? That if we draw 2 Overcomes, it's just going to be miserable? And I don't mind having the option for it. We'll see if I'm worried about that too. The trouble with increasing the consistency with which you draw a good finisher like Overcome is counteracted by the downside of having too early and just clogging up your hand with something that does nothing for you. Does Rift kind of serve a similar purpose to Overcome? Fair. That's totally fair, Hector. Maybe we won't bring it in because of that. I should have acknowledged that. I just feel like yeah, that I don't feel like this is getting any respect, but maybe the double Overcome deck is never going to need this. So if we don't bring it in, just keep it in mind though. If you don't have a tool like Overcome, thank you, Funktastic. If you don't have something like Overcome and you need that kind of stall breaking effect, don't sleep on the Rift. Anyway, what do we got? We got 3 cuts to make here. Let's look at curve. We want I guess if we're splashing the Reef, we might as well throw in the Sailor. It's not that much of an extra press. We cut this for sure. Let's look at these numbers too. 17-8. I think we can cut the Sentinel. You agree? Maybe we need the curve filler. Yeah, we can bring the Bond out. It's doing a little bit of go wide, but we didn't get like any of the champions. What are we bringing in now, though? If we do that, we're you want the Bond back or Sentinel? Maybe a tracker. Pop a tracker in. Cut 1 cycle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me get into deck building. My bad. Not really. This doesn't do enough. I'm very happy when my opponents play this, even if they're heavy elementals. And sometimes it does do stuff. It just, on average, doesn't do enough. Yeah, maybe a sideboard against 1 toughness aggro. Huh. Well, Ben is so much better than me. When I hear that, it makes me want to at least hear his reasoning. I want to understand what decks in which he is playing Healer of the Glade. and what synergies he needs to see. Because I bet you if you took the creature type elemental off of that, Ben would not like this card. So I'm wondering how much elemental synergy and which elemental synergy he wants to see before he's happy with this. And I just don't think a single Lavakin Brawler is enough, or a Risen Reef, you know. We'll get to the land later. First, I want to settle on what our final spell configuration is, and I think this might be it. Anybody have any objections? Funny Dendron. Yeah, I mean, I think there's I can see a tipping point where I would play this, but this isn't it. It would mean, yeah, multiple reefs, and if these Loaming Shamans were instead the elemental, boy, this deck would be amazing if these were the two elementals instead. All right, let's try this, and we're going to call this and I want to try and find a name that reflects the Scorchers and the go wide. Wide. Let's call it Scorched. All right, now let's see what we're going to do land-wise. Definitely don't want 3 islands, but I think 3 sources is good. We should do 3 at least. And no fixing in green, so green and red should try to be similar. We have 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. So let's go another forest, and then we get 8, 8. Oh no, that's 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 8, 3. Looks like Yataski and Gecko both want a curve filler over the tracker. We have 3 druids, effectively. We have not... I know Embercat doesn't accelerate for everything, but it accelerates for 5 of our 4 drops, which is what really matters. Yeah, fair take on the Ember Hauler red. So we'll go to 9, 8, 3 for 9 red, 8 green, 3 blue is our current take here. Yeah, but the double green is all pushed to the late side, and we have 2 druids. So if you think of double green as a gold card, like we actually have 2 extra sources beyond our 8. So there's like 10 sources for Overcome and Hydra. So I'm going to try this. We'll come if we draw a tracker, I always say let's not overvalue any given data point, but I am going to start without the Sentinel and with the tracker, and we will see which, if we draw the tracker, if we would have preferred it be a Sentinel. It's a question I like to ask myself, even though it only provides a data point, not a pure answer. You know what I mean? All right. Capture this. I wish we had more removal as well, but we have a plan. I like this deck. Here's removal. Here's removal. Here's removal. We just got to get to these dudes. I'm going to call par on this 2, maybe even 2.5. I like this. I think that we should have high expectations for this deck. I don't know if I can set par at 3. It's pretty egotistical to suggest that your average expectation case for this deck is that you're going to win 3. I'll give you 2.5. 2.62. Okay. I think if you have just like one of the best decks you've ever had, then I would put the par at 3. That's there's just a lot of variance in this game, so no matter how great your deck looks, to suggest that your average expectation is above 3 is that's saying something. All right. No blue for the Sailor yet, and 2 of our weaker cards, but I can't throw this back. We're going to keep it. I'm with you, Hector, but I just think the upper range of that that average is kind of 3, right? Oh, thank you for the scene reminder. Let's try the battlefield right. Oh, also, I want to move, let's see. This is the chat box. I'm gonna try moving this chat box down a little bit so that you all can see the win pips on my opponent, so that it's a little easier to tell in a best of 3 what's going on win-loss wise. All right, well, we got Oppo saying Healer the Glade is good stuff. We'll see if they're in the school of Ben Stark and show us what that card is all about. My favorite card from M20 Limited has probably so far been the Seer, the 2 and a blue, 2/1 flyer ETB draw a card elemental. But Sailor's close. This is, how do you not, this is the best. Remember Flying Men? For those of you not old school Magic players, Flying Men was, I believe, an Arabian Nights card that was a 1/1 flyer for blue, and it seemed really good at the time. That doesn't seem great to me, but okay. We could even just kill it now with the Hydra, but I think... Look, man, you talk to me when you're my age about remembering things like card names. Yeah, they'll have it's a little combo there, but I'm just wondering if we just run this out. I guess it's what we do. We can send in the shaman. Maybe they're just like, yeah, we totally want to get. I totally want to do this. Okay, that's great. I think that's Deckmaster is showing all green on my end. Deckmaster working for folks. I will, is it working on other streams? I'll restart. Maybe restart. Down for everybody, okay. That's the main thing, whether or not there's anything I can do about it. All right, we're gonna just play the old post-combat Scorcher. But sets up Might of the Masses pretty nicely here. A couple more, a mana or two, and we'll be happy with the Hydra. All right, we even get meme value, and if we play this as a 3/4, we can have it fight the Servant, and then maybe offer the Shaman. Double counters and go. Make a 6/7. Dentron just wants to use our tricks while they're tapped out. That seems fair. Are we happy to Yeah, all right. We'll save the Hydra. Because the Hydra might get bigger after this. I'm with Dentron. Let's do it. Let's just be aggro here and use our tricks, and then reload with Sailor. It's a little sad to use this not to beat their face, but clears out both their creatures. We have a Sailor at our end step. All of our creatures are alive. We have a Hydra and Sailor, so this feels good. Hold on a second. Turn that off. That's the deck hand. So we could wait on Hydra again. We could just eat up the spider and get through, or we can just start drawing. Do we just sit back and start drawing? Send in the shaman? Trade the shaman off? Yeah, we can fight the spider. Alright, let's fight the spider. Sit back and draw. Grim wants to sit back and draw. Maybe just send the shaman. I'm going to send the shaman. Let's see what they want to... If they want to just... They'll probably trade off the sentinel here. That's what I would do. And then let's make. I'm gonna draw cards. Let's draw cards. I am a little worried. You know, they do have. There's discard in black. There's not. What are they? Is there any reach into your hand and pluck out what I want? Any toll type cards that I'm not thinking about? Wow, main deck Blight Beetle. Okay. Kind of good against us, I suppose. A little surprising. Yeah, Duress doesn't get Hydra. Mind Rot could punish us, but basically just making sure we can't get too punished for holding on to the Hydra. Close to more memeage. Yeah, no need to do anything here. I'm going to keep it going. We're going to keep drawing cards. Big elemental. Is this an elemental? No, that's just a Hydra. Well, we can play Ember Cat and still draw a card. So I'm going to do that. I don't think Oppo can win this game if we just sit here drawing off Sailor every turn. Solid attack, because I don't want to block anything. I don't want to block with anything here. All right, let's get busy. Different card draw this time. And we even get elemental. Pack 3, pick 7, was it? 8? Like, it was one of our last moments to get, maybe 6. Anyway, very late pack 3.
Oh, I am.
All right, well, now Oppo's saying,
ground.
no, you got to do something. Because they can, let's see, what are they going to do? They're going to kill the reef. Oh, no, they're not going. You're not going to kill the risen reef? Well, I'm going to try and punish you for that, Vivian.
Stomping time.
Yeah, that's my line. Oh, we can just meteor golem her. I'm overthinking it. Yeah. I was thinking about that we'd have to attack. Totally forgot we had our buddy, and we have so much mana we can even start with the druid, but I'm going to go this and this for druid. Yeah, you're right. I have a terrible habit of playing lands too hastily. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I almost want to just do Chandra, but we'll take out Vivian now.
I've seen too many species die already.
And I'm going to send in the elemental. We have big stuff coming behind. What do they trade for? We attack this. They put what in front? They put probably a sentinel and a wolf in front, or sentinel spider. We trade one. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We're happy with whatever they do here, especially getting rid of the blight beetle pro green against our green. So that seems fine to me, especially with Hydra in hand. Can't put any counters on the Hydra. That, like, this was locking out our Hydra, which I didn't even mention. Too much power! Too much power! We don't need to show him the Hydra. This is going to be absurd.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fires.
Is this good enough yet, Mama? Watch this. Don't scoop yet, Oppo. I need to impress Motor City Mama. You missed Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, creating 2 elementals, triggering the reef twice into overcome for insanity. Let's see. I actually want to do the combat math, though, because there may be cards we just don't want to actually trade off for the spider. Like Reef and Sailor just may be good enough to not even bother sending in. And then we just let them do what they want with the rest. I think I like that. Let's not be overconfident. Let's keep our 2 best cards back and make him deal with this attack. Send all and win. Well, yeah, so I should just do the math, right? So 1, 2, 3. Our 3 biggest are 5, 4, and 3. So then 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's not lethal. It's not lethal. Trample, though. We do need to count for trample. So we 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It is 25. It's lethal. Okay. Super dead. So wait, we do want to send in everything because it's... Sometimes math is for attackers. Sometimes math is for attackers. I know, Vaporcan. I did. Look, I did some math. Math is hard. But I did it. I did it for you, Vaporkin. Meth is hard to stop. Well, they're not dead, looks like. Did they? Oh, we got them anyway. Even with the growth. Looks like they needed to prevent trample elsewhere, so. All right. Black-green with a very annoying pro-green dude that stops our Hydra. But we have some answers for that. This is where we could, you know, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that pro-green thing sets, turns off, is a real pain. So do we want a third way besides Ember Hauler and Shock to, and technically Meteor Golem, is what it, to pluck out that pro? So that's what actually what I'm thinking about is what, or the Heart Piercer bow is another option. Dentron, Oppo's cards are bad, but it would be really stupid to lose because we didn't bother to sideboard properly against the handful of things Oppo's doing that really frustrate our plan. Yeah, I do want to. I think that pro green matters enough to run one or the other. We saw the pup. We could murder the pup with this. We could fill a pup with arrows. Anything else on the one toughness side? I feel like Vial is probably better for our purposes. Close though. Yeah, that's the thing, Sir Elgar. I agree with Elgar. The Vial just increases what we can hit with it. Yeah, green black, and specifically they showed the beetle, the pro-green beetle that shuts down our best card. So I'm bringing that in to give us another tool to deal with their pro-green beetle. No blue yet, but we like the look of this. Well, that needs land, but we're keeping. We got Shock into Hauler. Veil of Summer is almost certainly has a nice floor on it. We could have put that in for something. If we go to game 3 and you want to consider the Veil, we should be thinking about what we'd be taking out. Well, that could get nasty. This is this card has grown on me. I think it's a very solid build around. I'd call this like a build around B in LR speak. I think, especially one of the reasons I like building around this, and we had some success with it, is that it works well in multiples. A lot of times you get a build around card where it's like the second one is useless, but since they stack, the second one isn't useless, and these can get absolutely out of hand if Oppo gets a couple. But check out this sequence if we can just. So I'm just thinking if we need to shock the healer just to make sure they don't have anything to target with the growth. But I'm going to go ahead and play Hauler now, and then next turn it gives them a window to do something with growth and healer. But next turn, even if we don't draw a land, we have Shock and Hauler. With some of Oppo's card choices, I don't think anything is a certainty, but certainly my favorite card to use with this card is that spell, and this is Telegraphing Pump. So we're gonna say no blocks, and they can cycle if they want. Good. Found a third land. Still nowhere near the reef, but at least we are building out our board. If we respond to a combat trick or whatever with a shock, we get the creature, but they're going to get... It's a cast. You know, whenever you cast a spell that targets, so they're going to get cast triggers even if we blow them out with a shock. And it's hard to call it a blowout when they're going to draw a card off of it. But I'm even going to attack here. Let's let him do it. We're going to shock this Healer of the Glade out from under them when they block in Pump. Again, not a blowout, but we gotta try and run them out of options. Yeah, it's true. We did give him a chance to go pup and growth cycle before our next turn. That's fair. Could have just held back and done it on their turn. It would have been a little better. Let's just draw an island. Not an island, but if it survives, we can at least start casting stuff next turn. We'll stay back on D. If they attack and show Pump again, we'll go ahead and block with the Hauler and respond with removal again. So it's you. Now, actually, what I want to do is... oh, okay, they're going to do that. Then I'm not even going to wait. We're just going to take out the Beetle while they're tapped out. But let's see if they want to attack first. I haven't really been paying attention to their scries, actually. Does anybody notice if they put top or bottom with the last plays? I'm inclined to Scorch once ahead of the Risen Reef to get 4 creatures to make a bigger Hydra next turn. We could also just play Fire Elemental, though. Maybe that's fine. Let's just make a big dude. All right, they've got more Pump. We're gonna say no. It does fight, so we have to keep that in mind with regards to Oppo's Pump options. That could be Cutthroat. I'm just assuming Pump because of their growth card. 6, we get a 4/5 Hydra. The unit, they have growth cycle though. It gets pretty massive. Yeah, let's bait out Pump with Scampering, Scorch, or Double Block. Let me do this. Could also bait out Pump with the Elemental, and then at least it's happening on, you know, like we said, it's nice to do it when it... before we regretted not making them spend their mana on their turn, but also there is the factor of making them use a +5/+5 when it's just eating a creature and not actually just killing you. That's the question. Yeah, that's Double D's is asking the fundamental question. So, do we want to trade the Fire Elemental for a +5/+5? And being at 14 and being on their turn and with all this stuff coming, I think the answer is actually yes. And so again, I really shouldn't have played this before figuring this out. Classic Ryan, playing stuff and then deciding his attacks. But I am going to offer it up. I think it's worth getting the +5/+5 happening on their turn, not ours. Like, not so that we don't take the damage. That's fine too. That's great. That's even better. If they want to let us chip away, or not chip away, slam away at their life total, I'm down. Ah, that's why they didn't. It was not, in fact, the other one. Well, we can decide. We may want to chump here.
Nature will take back what rightfully belongs to it.
Let's see if they want to do... Now we're going to have to Hydra, fight the Sentinel, and attack Vivian.
With my aim and their claws, you're done.
And unfortunately, we only have 1/1s to do that with. But Vivian's also down to 1, so next turn she's just going to do counters. Let's see, let's take this and see what we can do on the untap here. More Scorching. Yeah, Leafkin is on, plus is on 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just Scorch and get her. Just Scorch and send everything. We lose one Scorcher, but we do kill Vivian. So it's kind of like Dentron's like Hydra for sure, but then we don't actually get through and kill Vivian. But effectively what we're saying here is we're gonna pay 3 in a red to kill Vivian. I think that's fine. Let's see, with 4 we need to get, we have 6, we just need to get 1 through, so we could leave 1 back to chump. And I don't know if we have graveyard, yeah, we do have graveyard recursion, so I'll leave a actual Scorcher. Now, rather than 1 at face, we're going to leave 1 back to block if we need to.
Time to disappear into the brush.
If they've got big pumps, we could be dead, but I think we're doing what we had to do. 2 beetles is truly vicious. Cannot cast the Hydra again. All right, we're just gonna take it here. Yeah, we might die to pump, but can we? Do we? First, I think they showed that they would have had to draw the growth cycle. They don't have a growth cycle. Might of the Masses kills. The thing is, if they had growth or Might of the Masses, they would have, a couple turns ago, used it to kill the Fire Elemental outright. Instead, they put the Invocation on the Sentinel. So to be worried about pump here is to be worried about them having drawn it in the last couple of turns. And we know that one of the things they drew in the last couple of turns was a Blight Beetle. So we're talking about a pretty narrow chance of them having a lethal pump spell here. It's not impossible, but that's why I'm taking the risk. It just is very unlikely. Okay. We gain a life, and we keep everything back. And then next turn, we get Reef into Scorcher. I think we can cast both next turn if we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, even if we have to chump a Scorcher, we can do both next turn. So we'll go no attacks and be willing to chump. And see if we can't recover our position with Reef into Scorcher here. Well, we got a lot of chumps, and it looks like we're going to need them. And we certainly need to get this beetle dead at some point. I'm going to go ahead and take this offer because we're about to... Maybe I can even take 4 again. Is that crazy? They don't have pump right now. They just don't. Right. I mean, we can chump the dino and save more life. Taking 4, I don't think is actually crazy. With what we've got coming up. They clearly didn't have pump last turn. I'm going to be crazy. And I'm going to probably play the land, and then that allows us to even leave the Leafkin Druid as blocking. Nice, not bad, not bad. That's going to be useful to us, I believe. Yeah, exactly. We can cast this off the Leafkin and therefore even block in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be a trade, but we do get to trade for the Regisaur. I think we're gonna answer the Dino because now we have a Crasher in hand that can actually block the 4/4. Oh, good point. Thank you. I was trying to look for the eat and couldn't find it, but I forgot about the 6 toughness. I was focused on the 7 power. But we can just eat it. And yeah, the Regisaur slows them down a little bit, but or is a penalty, but they're just gonna it's not a drawback at this point. We need to take out the Regisaur. Just gonna do that. Part of me just wants to block everything and try to take this out right now and then recover with this stuff. Because then they're at 0 cards, a 2/2, a 1/1, and a 1/2. And we just have all this stuff. We do have Overcome, it's true. We have 2 Overcomes. Alright, I'm going to block with... I am going to chump right now. It's a close call, I think. Chandra again is going to be great here. Just drawing cards. Let's start there.
Chandra Nalar, Pyromancer Extraordinaire. Mostly.
I should make sure I don't want to do the -2 just in case there's something. I'm thinking in terms of her card drawing, but we do have Shock. If we want to shock the beetle, we can. Yeah, but I'm with I think we will get there. I think we're going to take a chance that we can do that next turn. That we're going to get enough support here.
You guys are great.
And then Thicket Crasher. And we've got Sailor and which ones are Sacrifice? Wish I Wish I knew. These are the ones that were made by Chandra, right? I mean, it doesn't even matter. They can eat. I'm not even going to attack. They can just... I'm not going to risk making a mistake. So, just going to pass. Oh, it does. Thank you. Gotcha. Wow, see, I would have done the wrong ones. Appreciate that. We're going to try this block here, this block, and this block here. If they have drawn pump, they're going to be able to save one of these two, but not both, and this is fine with me. Again, I'm sure they have it. You know, at some point they are going to draw into pump and leverage this, and especially they're scrying all the time. So yeah, there you go. But it's okay. We just got to worry about trample. When we see trample over there, then that's big danger. Now we might need to shock the beetle and fight the sentinel. I'm thinking we're at that point now. Actually, no, here's the point we're at now. Meteor Golem continues to want to be the answer to the beetle. We can also take out just the sentinel. We could take out the growth. Man. Kind of like taking out the sentinel and still doing the shock thing on the beetle. Start with the golem. No problem. We get to shuffle it back in. With that... Yeah, I guess with all the mana we spent, I'm just going to go ahead and draw.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Seems fair. You know, this is fair game. That is the song Meteor Shower by Rhett Miller. We could still die out of nowhere here, so as much as we are kind of crushing it on the value front, we're not out of the woods here at 3 life, so let's get this game ended. We got shock, holler, this, the kind of just everything, right? Just want everything. Oh, sure, that was dumb of me. I still think we'll be okay, but I should obviously not have sent the shock back that we were intending to use for value. So that's a punt. We'll see if it costs me. Definite punt, though. The plan was to recast that, not redraw it. Dionysus wants his rat burglar. You got it, buddy. Thanks for the sub.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
And we're gonna crash though. Well, only one thing to do with old Chandra here. Draw 2.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
So absurd. All right, that's gonna get us there eventually, but we're not even really there yet. I'm gonna go. Let's start with the elemental. Hey, look! It's our sideboard tech that we brought in for this purpose. Do that. Remember, when you turn over an untapped land with Reef, it is better to not reveal it so you can play it untapped. Oh, sure, if we haven't played our turn yet. Gotcha. First time using this card, so hadn't thought of that angle. Nice. Let's just keep... We'll do this. See what else we got. Your voice is in the... Well, then you chill, buddy. This is my stream, not yours, even though it doesn't necessarily seem that way. And anything I don't want to attack with, I guess the... we just do those. That looks good. This is nerve-wracking, though. Like, we're doing such broken stuff, but we're still at 3. I mean, they don't have a lot to reach out, but there's that there's the black common that could have just freed our face. You know, the lightning helix at common. All right, now that we are between rounds, Dionysus, and because you are such a loyal, funny, and friendly guy, I'm going to look at what you have sent. What is this? I don't trust you. This is gonna, like, fill my computer with spam. Alright, shall I do it? Alright, I'm gonna do it. This is, okay. Fine. Dionysus, just for you, buddy.
To say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Very nice. You get it again, even.
To say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
We'll make the Dionysus version of the meme and use it for special occasions. I know you wouldn't spam me, buddy. I'm kidding. Thanks. Appreciate all the support and involvement and interaction you provide. Everybody loves Dionysus. Come on.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Very nice. Thanks, Rocky. We'll see ya. Let's adjust this record. Come on, let's see it. Yeah, as we pointed out, you're never aggro. You're always just, like, different leanings of mid-range. It seems pretty tough to try and keep. Although this is a nice combo. Any land gets us a 3-drop, which is one of my metrics for a keepable hand. But I don't... Yeah, we can't play anything Sometimes that happens in a hand you still have to keep. And that's my one land question, but I'm going to mulligan this, I think. Just a little light on relevant action. We'll keep this, though, and I'm actually going to ditch the Shaman. Maybe that seems weird, but it's kind of the worst card here, and I don't think we're going to win if we don't find a mountain or, you know, a red source pretty soon anyway, so I'm just going to play towards finding the red source and assume that this is actually our least useful card right now. Yeah, it looks pretty similar, gotta say, but I don't mind that mole. Mountain off the top, please. Let's get this brawler down. Punished by the island. Mountain. No luck. Get another druid, though, and we'll have a pretty impressive Hydra pretty quickly. What I'd love to see is a creature we want to kill with Hydra, or we could just try big, but with blue-white, what I expect is if we play a big Hydra, it's going to get pacified or locked down. We shall overcome someday, but not right now. And unfortunately, our Hydra is just a 3/4 currently. It does, or, you know, it could get 6/7. If we want to do 6/7, we can make a 6/7. Again, I'm a little nervous that making a 6/7 doesn't get us where we want to be, although they seem to... No, we went first. Okay, so they're not stuck. We don't know they're stuck on land. 6/7 Hydra. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna have to hope that, like, we're stuck on land, nothing much to do here. We're just gonna have to make a decently sized Hydra and hope it's enough. Yep, that's the reasoning, Gecko. We can't wait around. Let's make them have removal. If they don't, we're in good shape. But here comes the pacifism, it looks like. They're hovering over our stuff. Get away from my stuff. Get your cursor off my stuff. Here, I'm gonna cursor your stuff. See how you like it. Actually, I was remembering that even with, you know, Deckmaster's broken for everybody, so I'll try to be better about it in general, but I feel like I should be showing cards and stuff because people on YouTube don't even have the benefit of... Wow, both of our islands, that is really tough. Anyway, I'll try to show cards more so that YouTube viewers can see what's up. All right, looks like we've got the lead foot on the race here. That's not a bad play for us to see. Obviously, it helps add some power to their flyers, but they're still not... The race is not in their favor here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So close to a lot of things here, but not quite there yet. But if they don't remove the Hydra here and don't put up a lot of toughness and they keep trying to race, we should have an overcome. What we want is just a land at this point. It gives us a Meteor Golem or overcome. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll have 12 trample, which should be enough. Oh, no! Oh, we didn't get it anyway. No help from our deck. Man! And Landon we don't win, unfortunately. And now we're just dead. I can't believe that that worked out. Well, gang, this is the cost of a splash right here. If we are straightforward red-green, I bet we win this game pretty easily from here. Yeah, I get you, Norbert. I was the same way. Land and we win, then Pegasus drops. Oh. Let's attack and make them, you know, who knows? Maybe they'll not attack for some reason, but it's funny that what they think of our deck. I tell you this, they're not going to bring in their pro red uncommon blue sprite. I'll check that out later, Dionysus, but we're done playing the audio on the air right now. All right, blue-white skies. We want our airstrikes in for sure, and growth cycle out. Kind of still like the might with how wide we're going. Maybe even drop an overcome here. Just play a little bit longer. Their flyers tended. They showed smaller flyers. We could bring in this for the tracker. Kind of like that too. Did I miss I didn't think they had to. No, they could serve I don't think you're dumb. I don't think either of us are dumb. Magic is hard, but my read on that board was that they could stay above 0 by simply double blocking with by blocking with the Pegasus and the Octo, and those two blocks were enough to keep them above 0 and swing back with the sprites. That was what I read. Yeah, maybe one shaman down, one tracker in. That's reasonable. Could also consider the bow. We didn't really see bow targets, but vial. I think we'll start here. Got a message from another one of my sellers who sold me a non-near mint card. One person sold me a Painter's Servant as near mint that had a huge ding on the top and a splotch of grossness. I should find it. Like, there's this gross splotch of something in the text box. It's like, this is damaged. This isn't even near mint. This is damaged. Yeah. We'll keep this. Our islands are haunting us this match, it seems, but with the Reckless Airstrike, I'm going to keep this. Jay will be on tomorrow. I don't in some places, I don't even think that's scruples. I think it's just... my expectation, because I should be honest with you all. I've shipped like about, I don't know what my order count is. I can look it up. How many orders have I sold? Okay, I've shipped in the neighborhood of 250 orders lifetime. So I'm not a huge seller. I'm still a fledgling seller, and I got somebody sending back to me a card that they said I got someone who was unhappy with the condition I rated something at. I'm not going to Reckless Airstrike now. We're going to Shaman, and honestly, like, I had this huge, long grading session where I was grading for hours and hours and hours and graded this chunk of cards and had one chunk of them that was like, I'm just not sure about these. I'm gonna, and they were in my inventory. I'm like, I'll figure these out later. And then I accidentally sold them, having not fully, I sold them as near mint, having not fully vetted their condition, and then didn't look closely enough when I sent them out. And the customer was right. I failed my customer on this condition issue once. And so I do try to give resellers the benefit of the doubt that it wasn't it wasn't shady. It was just lazy or missed or whatever. I give that much credit anyway. Okay, but so let's see. I want to go on this. We have Scorcher. We just want to airstrike the Warden this turn for sure, but there's just nothing else we can do, unfortunately, if we airstrike the Warden. So I'm just trying to find... we could also Ember Hauler the Warden if we wanted to do that. That is technically more mana efficient, but I'd rather have the Hauler as a possible attacker. So yeah, we're just going to have to basically effectively spend 4 mana to kill the Warden. And yeah, we can start recurring the airstrike with Chandra. Does it exile it after the first use? Yeah, so we get 1 extra use out of our Reckless Airstrike. But we need more red to do that too. It's going to take 2 to play Chandra, and you still have to pay for it, right? Yeah, you have to cast the card in your graveyard. You don't just get it for free.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Thank you, Lovesick. Well, now if we play Chandra, we can't really defend her. We can play the Scorcher and have double blocks. We can play the Hauler and have double blocks. Double blocks are bad with the Hauler, though. They're decent with the Scorcher. Yeah, let's do Scorcher pass. See if they want to send into this. If they do... I think we cut a Loaming Shaman, right? So it's not like we can cycle anything else back. Unfortunately, I can't trust MTGA Tracker after game 1. It's only reliable after game 1. Or on game 1. Glad to hear it. That's what we're here for. All right, might have to haul away that Executioner. But if they don't show... They're not showing... We could also... Well, let's see. If we draw Mountain, we might have choices. But probably just hauling the Executioner. All right, we'll play this and haul the Executioner. So that we can play our other stuff. Nah, Gecko doesn't want to use the removal on the Executioner. We can also fight the Executioner, if that's what you mean. If that's what you're thinking. It's not awful. I suppose we could let it live for a turn, but what are we doing? I mean, I don't want to play Chandra into this level of flying. And we don't have double green yet, so our only choice is the Hauler. The question is, are we going to use it or not? I mean, our only choice if we want to keep Chandra alive is the Hauler. But we can Hauler and wait, yeah, as Bruce says. Well... Let's see, how do I stop on their attack? This is where I don't even know. Okay, stop at combat. If we haul before blockers, then they can do it in response, but we don't get to, we get to decide how we block, you know? We're at 19. I mean, I'm not even worried if we have to take 4 or whatever. that doesn't change our ability to haul the hanger, haul the executioner if we want. So that's why I just let that happen. We're not going to do the sprite, so. I expect we'll get Hydra soon enough. We could take this and then, hey, Tron. Either we're going to block and sack, or we're going to trade and sack and kill. I think I like block and sack, and then next turn we'll see if we can do trades when it's not a 5/5. Pumping the sprite, sure, and then we go the executioner. We have a lot of green in here somewhere, but not here. Can we acolyte yet? Oh no, we can. We got the double green. Never mind. Great. So does it have reach? No. So we just Hydra, eat Crasher, right? Yeah, that's what we got to do. I'm a little nervous about these flyers. They represent significant damage over the next few turns, but hopefully we can turn this the other way. Well, because this is big. I guess we could delete. Yeah, maybe you were right. Maybe that was a punt, actually. Maybe the way we win this game is to take out the sprite with the Hydra and then just use this to defend on the ground. But also, we have Meteor Golem, so and Chandra. I think we get to pressure back. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We get our airstrike eventually. Like, maybe it's not a punt. It was a line you could have taken Beard Stachio, and I think that's fair. Even with all the stuff we can do, if you wanted to go Hydra, Sprite, and defend the ground, that seems fair. Yeah, Bo's good against our triple Scorcher, but it's a lot of work. I don't know if it's playing not to lose. Sometimes you got to be defensive, and you expect to win the long game with your card quality or whatever. Or whatever. Well, we get Chandra, go to 2 loyalty to replay the airstrike, and then the spirit cannot. Ooh, we even get Sailor if we wanted to protect Chandra. But yeah, I do believe we. Let's see. Don't be hasty. Let's figure out what you're doing here. Oh yeah, we don't want to play the Sailor, but we can still play the Sailor and draw a card if we want. Replace it that way. Yeah, I'm flashing it after attack is what we're talking about. Yeah, airstriking the bow creature is what I'm about to do, yeah. But when then Golem comes and gets the other one, is what I'm thinking. I'm going to get the Sprite so that Chandra lives. Oh, airstriking the bow, right. I was forgetting about its other mode. That's interesting, but then Chandra still dies. I think we're just going to not worry about the bow. I like this, just killing the flyer. This flyer.
Chandra, remember that spell?
Yeah, maybe we golem the bow, but I don't like, Chandra, I don't like airstriking the bow. No, Chandra exiles, so we get 1 extra airstrike, that's it. And I like pressuring with the Hydra and keeping the Lomin Shaman back to trade. We could also leave another one to chump. It's going to die to the bow anyway, eventually. Yeah, I guess we'll send in both and leave back the small ones to chump. And I will consider trading off the Sailor. Can't flash and draw because I've spent the mana, but... You want 1 extra point there, or 2 extra points? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should have attacked all, but... let's go into full control. They don't always give you the exact moments that you want here. That's sad. You got it, though. Man, if we draw a land and golem the bow, the Sailor just wins the game from here. What have we got any other things to get back? No. Well, let's play the Sailor. No matter what, we're playing the Sailor. And then I can get out of full control at least. Dentron, you think the play is to try and draw a land and golem the bow? Yeah. Let's see if we can draw a land here.
Throw
And
another punch, and you're gonna get burned.
need an untapped land on top to execute exactly what we want to do. But then, worst case, we draw a card off the Sailor, so it's not the worst, but we want a little help here. All right. That qualifies. Gonna take out the bow. And I'm going to put a loyalty counter on Chandra so she does not die to the back attack from the spirit. Oh, and I didn't give you your meme. I'm sorry. A little distracted this game. Oh, Golem meme too? I just need to... I'm behind on all of them. Sometimes you get locked into a game, you know what I mean? Alright, now we're just gonna airstrike the spirit, and then Pegasus can't do anything. Actually, we can airstrike... Oh, we can't go down yet. Yeah. We can't do double airstrike yet. It's -2 to double up the airstrike, but we can start actually by drawing a card. Oh yeah, my image is hiding the loyalty, huh? No. Could just make elemental tokens. Let's see. Is that right? They can't attack it. We'd get in for 4 right now. I've been moving my box everywhere.
Hey, these little guys are great!
I mean, I'm just going to try to remember to do this rather than move my image. I'll hover over more. Well, we feel like they have spells based on their scrying. So not exactly sure what's up, but we're going to start with a card draw. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we're close. I'm going to keep attacking, make them have it.
Oh, they're so cute!
Yeah, there's some little places to hide. They're all kind of weird. Solid deck from Oppo. If we can pick this one up, this would be a fight in game 3. Oppo in the tank, probably doing what I do, which is spending a lot of time staring at death. But you gotta be sure, right? Like, it's one thing, you know, I don't resent this because, man, when you think you're stone dead, you gotta do the accounting and make 100% sure of it. We're getting fairies for the fall set? I know nothing about the fall set. What did we learn? That is Zhang Yu? Zhang Yu? Forget his exact name. Maybe they're just salty, but I think... Alright, that ought to do it. Zhang Yangyu. I forgot Zhang's last name.
Hey, these little guys are great!
Double D's asks, would you as a game designer in this day and age where Twitch is so influential take a streamer's needs into consideration, leave an intentionally empty space in the game for streamers to live? I don't know about going as far as like trying to plan the layouts for streamers, but it is absolutely 100% vital at this point to make your game streaming friendly in the sense of it being at least an entertaining experience to stream. That was one of the big impetuses of creating MTG Arena, that Magic Online was just way too far behind the curve in terms of being an entertaining viewing experience for non-players. and it was going to be easier to start from scratch and make a streaming friendly version of Digital Magic than it was going to be to try and overhaul a 15-year-old program to serve that purpose. Let's see. Do I play MTGO at all anymore? Very rarely, but yes, I played just a little bit. I didn't enter an event though. I should, yeah, I don't know. I'm just spending time chatting here, but we're gonna stick with the. Yeah, I could side in the Bo. That's fair. They showed enough of their own 1 toughness flyers that could be worthwhile. But it doesn't get the sprites, so I'm not sure. I guess in the end we only saw the Executioner that made 2 1/1 flyers, but nothing else really, right? Do we miss? Was there other targets with 1 toughness besides the Executioner and its friend? Pegasus, right. Any insight into the human draft delay? Oh, nope. Only that they have deprioritized it because I guess things are going well enough, they think, and they think it's more important to solve other problems before that one. We all want it now. All you can do is keep giving that feedback to Wizards. I mean, it's rare that you tell a developer something they don't know. I'll be honest. It's rare that your feedback comes in and a developer's like, oh, I hadn't thought of that before. But it's super important to continue hammering on the most important points with your developers of your favorite games. Politely, kindly, remembering that they're human beings working hard. But you can engage civilly with your game makers and let them know what's most important about your experience. And especially if you can do it in a civil, kind, remembering that they're a human being kind of way, you will actually elevate that feature in their heads as something that's continuing to be important. So keep letting them know, and they will get there eventually, I'm sure. I shouldn't say I'm sure. I expect. It's okay. I'm that good. Smart play, Oppo. It's really the smart play. I mean, time is money. Think of all the money they just saved. Siratemi, don't let your QA life bring you too far down in your perception of other humans, but you have understandings about humans that many others do not. Congratulations on your special wisdom, the special wisdom of the QA professional. No, we are. In fact, I also know that there's never a great place to be. If I'm over there, you can't see our losses. Anyway. Yeah, I want human drafting, but I'm actually not desperate for it. I think the experience is fine. I'm a little I have to acknowledge my own bias, though, as the person who helped implement the bots to begin with. Now, remember, I did not implement them as a replacement for all human drafting. I implemented them as a system by which newer players could draft without the pressure of a clock. that was the bottom line goal of the draft bot feature, was to give a no clock draft experience. Well, I don't think I did a poor job on the bots given what the stated goals were for them as I was designing them. But if you told me that, hey Ryan, you're designing a system, we're never going to have humans drafting on Magic the Gathering Arena, you need to create a bot system that supports single player draft in all time as the only way to draft on Arena, I would have taken a much different approach. I think you have to make it better at that point. You have to make it adaptable. You have to put in the work to give your bot technology the ability to have a metagame. Then you're there. But that's hard work. But we never signed up for that work while I was there. We were always going to do human drafting. Bleh. Got nothing before 4, but I'm not going to throw this back either. We're going to keep. Nice rip. Wow. Not a better draw in our deck. We did have 2 of them, but thank you, Shuffler. No, they were very clearly defined. Then the goalposts got moved. It's a very goalpost moving kind of industry. If we Scorch now, we get 6 next turn. Does 6 next turn matter? Not really, so I'm actually going to Thicket Crash now. Well, we have Acolyte mana, but I don't know if we do anything successful with her immediately if we play her. I kind of like Crasher, see if they want the 2-for-1, and then post-combat Scorch. If they take the 2-for-1, then Scorch into Chandra is a lot of attacking next turn. 1.5 for 1, if 1 3/4 for 1. Good time zone to you. I hear your points as a purist. Aziraphale is a drafting purist, and I honor and respect you, drafting purist, but I would also say that it's not, in my opinion, specifically the language, we've moved so far away from the original skill set that it's not really appealing anymore. Now, I cannot tell you what's appealing to you, but I would push back on us having moved so far away from the fundamental skill set. I think the fundamental skill set is basically the same. So we have 7, so we can actually, we don't have enough red though to get both of these out. Let's drop the Brawler though. We're going to try and get wide here. Hopefully we get a spot where we can Chandra, make 2 elementals, and then overcome. Maybe even next turn. Let's see if we get the mana. Don't quite have the mana for it next turn. But we're not going to block this. We're going to try to just win a long-term race here. Even with the land, we can't do it next turn. Ugh, not the card we wanted to see quite yet. With Druid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, right. Sorry, I miscounted. I just literally thought we were at 7 with a land draw. I did even double count the Druid. So we're at 7 though. Trouble is they got a lot of trample here. Chandra's going to be hard to keep around if we play her. But we can send in a very big brawler and see if they want to make that trade. But I still don't think I want to play Chandra out into that. I'm just going to actually offer the brawler here on its own merits currently. If they want to take 7 and race, then I think we have a decent shot to draw that land and do the overcome Chandra play next turn. And in fact, still might. I mean, I could play Chandra and plus her, and she goes to 5, and then can actually take a hit from the Crasher and live. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Chandra can live, and it supports the overcome plan next turn. We'll do it.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great firemancer. Find your fires of passion within.
All right, do we want to save anything? I'm going to say no. Then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15 if we want to overcome next turn. That's not actually that great, but it might be enough to make them worried. I'm going to say no blocks at least.
Throw another punch, and you're gonna get burned.
Yes, but we need to tap Leafkin to pull off the play, so Leafkin can't be attacking. Oh, no, we don't, because I played Chandra already. I was thinking, I was in my head in the Chandra and Overcome on the same turn. So we can do it. Is that enough? That's 17? 17 and we give up Chandra? Can we actually win from there? What's in our... We don't have anything to... It's not a kill this turn. But it's also kind of like the last time we're going to be able to do the Chandra trick unless we want to start chumping, and we don't. So I think we got to follow through on the plan, even though I don't love this plan. It's not amazing.
I brought company.
We're going to lose Chandra anyway, so even though it's not a great play, it is still the correct play. And it maybe makes them say, maybe we can attack with the Thicket Crasher, but they have this too coming, so, you know. Yeah, that was a weird block of the Blood Burglar. They could keep racing that way.
I am not happy right now.
They're playing black. We're going to sandbag a land in case of the Fen Lurker. And we're going to see if we can find a win. What's our plan? Our plan is to just draw better than them and get wider and... Come on, called shot, am I right? Now give me the island, please. Gonna have to take this. We need help off the top. Maybe we don't even want an island. I guess we want an island, reef, and then into like another Scorcher. That'd be good. I'll take that. See ya, Warmungander. Thank you. You can say no blocks here, though, and try to draw out of it. Come on. All right. I like it. Give us a blocker. Take out that Ceratops. Big meme value. That's the shower. That's the Golem shower cap. Yeah. Been gone a while. What's the one sentence summary on M20? Grindier and more complicated than you would expect from a core set, but lots of fun. That's Rhett Miller's Meteor Shower. Great song. Great song. Someday I'll do my favorite heartbreak songs, my favorite somebody dumped me songs, and Meteor Shower would be on that playlist like a rocket. Yeah, we're getting our splash has been mocking us a little bit this event, but it happens. It happens. You take that risk. We're taking that risk. And we're going to hope that we just find some blue or some extra pressure before this tracker takes over the game. May have to start, if they attack in with the Scourger, I think I'm ready to triple block here. We can't just do this forever, although then the Fenlurker starts to take over. Actually, I'm lying. We're gonna take one more turn here. Try and find some help. No, I have never given you my rendition of the Gambler. I have played around. I need to play around with some audio stuff before I commit to that. Make sure I can do this right. That's annoying. But let's use an elemental and a shock to take out one of these 3 toughness. Probably have to take out the Trampler. Maybe not. We're just mostly dead. There's a big difference between dead and mostly dead. Reset Press has all sorts of Seattle stereotypes in their head. It rains 365 days a year and we all party with grunge rock stars. Okay, they're gonna do that, putting us to the test. Surprised they don't just send the Fenlurker with its pump ability and the tracker. I would just go all out if I were Oppo here. I think the answer might be to take 5 from the Crasher, chump and shock the Scourger, and try to find... Like, we have some outs, like Might of the Masses, the Hydra would be an out to the Crasher. And at least Hydra off the top is a plan. It's not a great one, but it's a plan. So I'm going to do this. Mulliganing twice has not helped us this game. Question is, do we want... Yeah, I guess we got to tap the Druid and make it 5. So it's a 5/6 and wins. Now I gotta win. Nah, that just bought us some time. We'll see if it ends up being enough. Nice rip. Now I think we're in for it. Well, are we? Yeah, now we're just dead, right? Maybe don't show him the hauler. We're not dead if they don't attack with everything, but I'm going to give him credit. Alright, love that we played to our outs and found it. Just wasn't enough in the end. I'm just really fast, Peace. Sometimes. Check the first time where we went Spectre Sailor into Meteor Golem and I triggered neither meme. A lot going on, though, you know. So... Black-green sub-elemental theme. Didn't really see black removal, did we? Kind of just want to run it back and make it happen. Maybe the Rift, but again, why Rift over just the double overcome? You want to side in this flyer? Just because they don't have much defense? We didn't see any, but they did have the big, the rare with reach, though. Thanks, Watt. I'll try. I just don't... The trouble with Veil is it's like, unless you know they're targeting you with removal spells, it doesn't... It's just cycle for green, which is at their discretion, you know, when they play the black card. Growth, I don't want a second growth. We have Might of the Masses that's even better. We could cut and overcome and increase our individual pump. Could maybe do that. Let's try that. Well, we don't know if they have no removal. I'm just not willing. I'm not willing to act as though they do, and I'm not willing to act as though they don't, I guess is what I'm saying. I want more info before I try to play to that knowledge. Well, it's the old two-lander, but we got to keep this. Do we? Maybe we don't have to keep it. We're starting on 4 here. We're 2 lands away from action. On the play. That is scary. Yeah, I changed my mind. I kind of hate it too. We don't have anything until 4. Let's send it back. This is a very similar looking hand, but we have something on 3 and we have a shock, which I actually like a lot better. And we'll send the tracker back for now. I am going to actually, well, I'm going to play the mountain, but I want to hit my auto pass so it doesn't telegraph. You know, I put in auto pass. Look, auto pass, and it still showed me that like the whole point of me hitting auto pass was to disguise my thing, and you failed me. Well, sailor, sail on to the exile zone, and we'll kill this. Ugh. I was gonna say, maybe I shouldn't have killed it. There might be better than a Fen Lurker, but I'm also a little stuck here. I think we're just not gonna win this one, unfortunately. I already feel like the thief hits once, and then we're just like, bleh. We're way behind here, but if we rip some lands from here, we're not out of the woods. I mean, we're not completely dead. Brawler into Scorcher does some work. Yeah, I would consider myself friends with both of those fine gentlemen. I have not actually kept up in touch with John much, but you know, I was John's boss for a year and a half at in R&D, and we're gonna go holler, block, kill thief. I know Brian has been in chat before. If Brian Wong, if you happen to be lurking there, say hello, but probably not. In any case, Brian is probably more likely than John. But yeah, we could have Brian on sometime. That would be fun. I should ping him. Good idea. No, I can't kill before he attacks because I actually want to prevent the damage. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe 5 damage isn't worth giving them the card, but I feel like you have to give them the card here. Oh, that's a great point. So it didn't matter. I should have at least blocked over here. So the following through on that point would be, well, it makes them spend, but yeah, certainly we want to block here, not there. Oh, sorry, I missed you, Aratan's wife. Well, tell Aratan, I wish I could have put up a better fight here, but the top of my deck has not been cooperating this match. We don't even want any of that. Whatever. Yeah, you can call that a punt. I think it was a punt in a very, like, it's understandable that I'm in a punty headspace here in this game, given that it's basically out of reach, but certainly it was not the correct play. It was not what I wanted to do. All right, Oppo's wife, you go tell him good game for us, won't you? I gotta let go of what a punt is and leave that all to you guys in chat. I'll acknowledge when I've made a mistake, and whether you think that qualifies as a punt is entirely up to chat. Yeah, I'm not going to be too bummed about that. We got punished for our splash, which we signed up for, and then we got punished for playing Magic, which we definitely signed up for. And let me get a beverage, and then I'll come back and we'll get our third win, okay? Oh, I see. It's back to you. Well, GG, GG. Nice deck. Wish we could have found some land to make it interesting, but not really. So yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a little snack, get a beverage, take a bio break, and then we'll get right back on it, okay? Yeah, it was a pretty good game one. You didn't see it, but we here I don't know if you saw our deck or anything, but we have exactly 2 cards we're splashing for blue, the Sailor and the Reef. And we lost game 1 sitting there staring at Sailor and Reef basically the entire game. So, but you know, as I said, that's what we signed up for with that splash. It's just going to happen sometimes. But we've also won a game we were going to lose on the back of getting out Risen Reef and going nuts with it. So there you go. All right. I feel good about this deck, though. I think we can get a 3rd win here. Let's get our gems back. Ah, too bad. I didn't know. If I had known that, I would have slow played you to death. No, I'm kidding, but... yeah, this is how it's been going for us. Yikes. Nope. All right, we're going to keep this, ditch and overcome, and hope we find blue soon. Blue. Not blue, but pretty nice pickup. Well, we can get the Scorcher down. Of course, we want it after the Reef, not ahead of it. But we have Overcome. I'm not going to mess around. We're going to play the Scorcher and keep our dudes back, though. Now we're going to draw an island right off the top. Maximum emotional punishment incoming. No. However, we get this without having to tap our Druid, and we continue to go wide, and hopefully this Overcome will get there. Heck, maybe I should have binned the Reef and kept 2 Overcomes. I guess we did have the Scorchers, but hey, thanks, man. Good luck to you too. What's your record now? What match was that for you? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that elemental ain't no joke. You better leave him alone. He's homegrown. He's the Cyclone. My public enemy is flowing through my brain right now. I'm gonna no attack. We're just gonna try to keep going wide. Yeah, great. Nice deck. Good luck. Pick up that 5th one, all right? Not yet, man. Too busy streaming, but I do have it loaded up. Gonna let him pump if they want. We draw a forest. I think I'm just gonna go overcome, attack with everything, and let the chips fall. Ooh, that may kill us though. Oh. Actually, I think this is good enough, right? I'm not sure of the math here, but we can't wait around can't wait to lose to those. I guess we'll find out. This is our only play, so I'm truly not going to do the math here. Everything has trample, and we're going to might and see what happens. All right. That was the plan. They're doing our plan back at us, though. Were they green, red? I just remember a lot of green, and now I'm losing the thread on what their second color was. Yeah, so mirror match. We didn't have double overcome. This is where I would consider tectonic rift, but with that what we're doing is making a bunch of small things, the overcomes are much better than the rift at breaking up these battles. Could also drop one overcome for another cycle. That's one thing we considered before, and we're going to be bashing into each other on the ground a lot, I expect, so combat tricks get a little better in this matchup. I think I've talked myself into it. I'm going to swap out for a growth cycle. I hear a child emerging upstairs. Really? Our mana has been so weird. It's been so weird. But I want to keep this. Am I crazy? Yeah. We gotta keep this. Gonna get our green, right? We're gonna get our green. Help me, chat. Mana gods, please bestow upon us a land which produces green mana. It may be of any type you wish. Mana gods, you may even stick me with the old gate, ETB tapped land, or not gate, whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on. Right now, please. Please. Yes! The magic gods are with us. Probably just gonna drop Shaman. We don't have a follow-up elemental anyway. There's no need to expose the reef to death when we have another play, I think. That's where I'm at. Shaman's not really amazing on this turn or anything, but it does block the Courser. the very least, playing Reef with Might of the Masses ready would be nice, but we need a second green for that anyway. Yeah, Reef ramps, that's a good point. Okay, now... Oh, boy. Chandra plus Reef is what won us a game before. I think if they had, like, Shock, the Sailor would already be dead, so I am going to risk it. I'm going to risk the Reef. Maybe we'll find a forest, and I'll remember the trick. Don't reveal it, right? So we're going to... Somebody pointed this out. So if there's a forest on top, we can decline to have it put on... When, oh, it's a mountain, though, so we're just going to take the action. Come on, Reef, hang in there. We just need you to get you to the up. We need to get to our main phase. Come on, main phase. Ah, rough. Brutal. Savaged. Destroyed. Wrecked. Told you we really wanted that might. Man, if we had the might, we'd be in fine shape right now. As it is, we're just in serious trouble. I think... maybe we go... We can go Chandra, make her 5, and then Might of the Masses to trade with a Courser. That's pretty weak. But then if we draw Hydra, Chandra's still alive and we can kill the other one. Oh, I didn't finish explaining the trick. Well, the trick is that if you decline, it says if it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put the card on the battlefield, put it into your hand. So instead of putting the forest on the battlefield tapped, we could draw the forest and play it untapped. That was the trick. All right. This isn't great, but it is the best we've got.
Pyromancer extraordinaire. Can't believe Mother Ludi gave us homework.
And that's something I hadn't figured out till somebody pointed it out to me in one of our earlier games today. So we all keep learning all the time. This is really kind of weak, but here's the thing. They're stuck on 3 right now. If this is all 5, whatever, if this is expensive stuff they can't cast, and we find a forest off the top and take out this other Courser, like, we could make a comeback here. It's not impossible. This is going to be impossible if they kill the cat, though. If they kill the cat, we're scooping.
Now things are getting heated.
All right, look, we found it. Nice. Okay. Still want to just increase... Well, actually, what do we got in here? We have a Might of the Masses, which is not useful to us at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 5 on Hydra. Make it 10-10. Man, I'm such a board control freak, it doesn't feel correct to me. But maybe the 10-10 is correct and we just try and win with that. You think? Alright, maybe you're right. Maybe I need to be making just big dudes more. Well, we don't need to protect Chandra at all if we think how we're going to win is make a 10-10 and attack with it a bunch, right? They maybe kill us faster, but all we need is anything to start chumping. So, yeah, I think chat is right that we just make the 10-10 here and try and call that our plan. Here's our plan. And we can put a loyalty counter. Let's just do this.
Hey, these little guys are great.
Maybe I should have just given her 3. Then she could technically survive the Trailblazer. But if they come at Chandra, I don't really care anyway. Oh, the punt was making elementals and not just giving Chandra an extra loyalty, I think. Because the 1 point of damage doesn't really matter in terms of whether or not this is going to get the job done or not, right? I mean, they can prevent some of the damage with chumping and whatnot. But... I believe that's what Akko now was going for. I'm not really... Let's see. Can we do anything but that plan? Now Chandra just needs to go up. Sure, sorry. I was saying I would try and... This is a card I tend not to play. Because even though it gets you a card back later, the colorless mana is a real penalty. But I think we just give up on Chandra now as a going concern. But the thing is, the elementals... I will play it. I'll play this before the end of the format. I just haven't had a deck yet. Like, it would never go into this deck, for example, you know? Oh, sorry. Also running out of time here. I'm going to send... And... Well, is there anything... Maybe I should have just put the... Yeah, we only have the might. Never mind. All right, we're just going to make this 3 and make him use some effort to get rid of her. So far, every time I've had an opportunity to draft this, there's been a better card, and every time I've had it in my pool, my mana has been way too tough to even consider playing it. I love it when it's... I would love it if my deck supported it. I just don't think that happens all the time. Hey, look at that. Wow. Okay. Didn't they have a block? No? I thought they had a block, but maybe not. Cool. Hey, everybody, we got our gems back. Yeah, but how much toughness did they have? They were at 6. I thought they had 5 plus toughness, didn't they? Huh. Yeah, I'm not against that that card, that land in the right deck. I just think people overplay it. Yeah, they probably just gave up knowing they didn't have anything in the deck for the big guy. All right. Agree with Gecko Skin. If you're solid 2 colors and all single CC, single color requirement, that land is fine. I've just never been in the spot where I could take it in that context. All right. Prone to flood, but impossible to mull this when we're going to hit a tracker on 3. I mean, it's not impossible to mull this. I could certainly click the mulligan button. It would have just been wrong. I'm going to play a mountain on the off chance that we draw Ember Hauler and for some reason want to play that before Druid. I can't imagine that situation materializing, but just in case. And the Leafkin Brawler is a much better turn 3 play than the Tracker, so we're happy about that. Don't think there's a 2-mana counter creature, but let's keep in mind what that pause could be. Anticipate? If it was Anticipate, they would have cast it. What? And remember, there was a pause before there was anything on the board. No, it couldn't be God's Willing, because that's their creatures only. There was a pause with literally nothing on the battlefield but lands. Unsummoned didn't have a target either. Flash guy, but then why wouldn't they cast it? Well, they got a nice tap down with the links because we don't get to make a turn 3/4 drop after all. Well, this now threatens. This is sure smacks of possible Bone to Ash, but I don't know how much we play in fear around that. You know, we have time. I'm wondering, I'm not exactly sure what they're up to. I mean, yeah, like if we offer them anything here, we offer Tracker, but Tracker is going to be great. Like, look where we're headed. We're at 1920. There's nothing on the board. We're at 6 mana already. Tracker is going to be actually great for us. So I think, I'm not even sure that Tracker is the less valuable card, honestly, in this situation. The other thing we could do is just not play anything. And I'm actually going to do that. This could be harmful if they do something excellent at instant speed, end of turn. But if not, we have a block on their links, and yeah, sometimes you make them have it, but when the consequence is a 2-for-1 and a super important creature is down and you're not under any pressure, sometimes the answer is don't make them have it, be conservative. And I'm going to be conservative. See, they didn't do anything. We both wasted our 4th turn mana here. And here we are again. And I'm going to wait again. I think we have great long-term value here. And no need to enter any traps. Let's show them why Bone to Ash is not great. If they don't do it, like, I want to find something I'm at least willing to offer. Like Embercat. Let's try Embercat. I'm willing to throw out there. It's possible, and given that they did not take that chance, now I will play the Lavakin Brawler, and I do think it's our least important card here. I think the Brightwood Tracker is actually more important. Alright, we were playing around nothing that time, but I have no regrets. They're not doing anything either. Did I really trash on Bone to Ash? No, I didn't mean to treat it like the bad Quench or whatever. Bone to Ash is fine. But I was saying I wanted, you know, it does have flaws, and it's tough to get in sometimes. Oh, the value. We'll Sailor end of turn and I guess get double meme here. I'm willing to take out this Angel with the Golem. Seems fine. No. Now you're there. Suggestion to get the sailor down while they're tapped out. That's pretty reasonable. I'm doing kind of default position. But, you know, they pretty clearly showed they don't have counter magic. And if they have planar cleansing, yeah, that could be something they're doing. But it looks like they were short on mana. I tend not to play around rares. I'm gonna do it. I didn't want to trade the cat for the cat. That's why. Clashing memes. Thank you, Archangel.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Look at that. Wow. Making it rain subs around here. Really appreciate that. I hope you like the rat burglar clip.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
I'm gonna
Say I
draw.
never heard of ya. A rap burglar. Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
They're at 24. If we put Chandra out, she can't even be attacked down to 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and elementals.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Control.
That's the thing that plays when I get a new sub.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Oh, they're so cute.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar. Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
People are so quick. Here I'm like, how are we gonna get there? What else is next? What? Apparently my slow play is like brilliant because it gets people to scoop super early. Looks like that's funny. I knocked a thing off of the table that turned on a light switch. Let's get our anti-flying package in for sure. Kind of like that for that. We could take this on the premise of the blue, but we didn't see anything really that it responds to much. Dionizuz just claimed that he can do Public Enemy lyrics better than Chuck D. Let's see. Where is the timeout button? Where? How do I time him out? Dionizuz, you're lucky I can't find the timeout button right now. Oh, wait, here. Yeah, sorry, Dionizuz. Dionizuz is officially timed out for 600 seconds for suggesting that he can do Public Enemy better than Chuck D. You, sir, are wrong. And you may not come back here until you accept that. I don't think I've ever timed out anybody on my stream before. There's a lot of opinions you can have here, and I won't punish you for it, but that is not one of them. Speaking of punished, here's the Risen Reef teasing us again in the island-free opening hand. He did. Yeah, let's mull this. Much better looking. I'm going to ditch the tracker here, though. That's what he's trying to get me to play. Where is it? All right, fine. Here, in a sense, even though I have
Just say I never heard of ya.
There.
A rap burglar.
There you go.
Just say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
There you go. Even muted, we get to hear you. That was our friend Dionizuz doing his rendition of the section of the Public Enemy song used in the Rat Burglar meme. Oh, excuse me, I got a text from my wife. I should check that. Oh. Dental appointments. Lavakin Brawler. We'd love a mountain off the top, because then we get to Scorcher into this sweet Brawler with shock available. Ooh. Well, we get this. Pretty clear use of the reckless airstrike. No, I don't like shocking the miscreant. It's an ETB trigger, so I would try to hold shock up and maybe shock it if they tried to play another one. I try to go to pre-releases. I did not get to one this time. In fact, I need to hunt down a code because we're sitting here tight on our resources, but if I can pick up a pre-release card code, we would get a free draft on the free-to-play account. If anybody has an extra one of those, ship that my way in lieu of a sub or whatever, and it would help the free-to-play account. Now that we have the red, I like attacking with the Scorcher stuff and then shocking out the captain. If you post it in chat, well, here, am I not? I think you can send me a message. Can't you whisper it to me? Even if do I have to be buddies in order to whisper or whatever? Let's see, where am I on that? There, I added you as a friend, so now you should be able to whisper that to me. Thank you for that offer, Robert. Appreciate that. Does this get him? Let's see. Well, now let's just send the Brawler, and they're going to try and trade, and instead we might, and then they're sad. Oh, they're going to do that. Okay. Oh, are they not in there? I thought they were in there, but maybe, oh, it's free draft and packs instead. Okay. Okay, I'm not as worried then, but still, we'll take whatever free we can get. Yeah, also, if it's only worth packs, it's not even a big hurry anyway, like, whatever. It's not going to give us a free draft, so... Okay, XX. X is life total, so this thing gets huge now, and we have to stop attacking. Does it have lifelink? It doesn't have lifelink, so they can't really attack us. And we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if they have nothing else and attack us, we can actually just take it and crack back for the win. I think I've used all the codes except for the that one. I haven't redeemed M20 pre-release codes, but everything else has been redeemed on this account. GRS, thank you. Yeah, it was close though. We were yesterday we needed gems or we were going to be out of it. They're not playing black, so I'm going to go ahead and run that out there. And oh, we only have 2 red, so that's why it's doing that. Yeah, that win yesterday. We had 3 fantastic games in a row yesterday. And if you didn't catch yesterday's stream, you should go to the YouTube channel and watch the one called Double Up. Double Up. Yesterday's match event Double Up was one of our better events yet. We straight up 5-0'd yesterday, right? Did we lose once? I don't think we ever lost. In fact, after going 1-2, 1-2, we won 2 on the we have a 2-0 started on the paid account, and we've kind of run it up since. So it's been pretty good for us since that rough patch of back-to-back 1-2s. We're right on the verge here. We got a game 3 no matter what, but I feel like... we can attack with Brawler now, but we couldn't attack with Brawler into open Life Enchanter mana because this becomes a 15-17. I feel like we have a trouble with a 15-17. A little more interesting, though. Now I like Elemental and Brawler both, and one of them trades... Well, let's see. If the captain blocks the Brawler, they get the Brawler, but it's worth it to do whatever we can do here to take out the life... this Life Enchanter. So yeah, we're going to attack with both and likely have to lose our Brawler. Hopefully ideally they put the Life Chanter in front of the Brawler and the Captain in front of the Elemental. That's ideal. If they flip those blocks, it's too bad because we have to give up our Brawler. But we have to make this attack. Okay, they are doing whatever they need to do to keep that alive. So now we can let the Brawler go and then still have... Trouble is, even with the Might of the Masses, we don't get big enough to take out the the Life Chanter, even with the Might. So I am going to use the Might here and save our Brawler. Because I think going wide with an Overcome is kind of how we get there from here. Let's keep all of our creatures. Also, yeah, they can't really play anything, which is nice. So we have a chance. And also, you know, if we decide we want to sacrifice some creatures to get in some damage, it does lower what the Life Chanter gets in terms of a bonus. All right. Life is easy when your opponents give up before you have them. Welcome back, Dionizuz. We love you. But not more than Chuck D, sorry. Well, Oppos seem to be scooping early here, but we'll take it and see if we can't get 5 wins for another day in a row. I love it. Thank you, Robert. we'll check it out, and I appreciate the effort regardless. All right. Now we're talking. Yeah, Ferengi, it's almost like they just want to take our money or something, right? Bastards. I'm actually going to Scorch while the coast is clear, and it also sets up Druid for next turn to be double. I can't promise you anything, Dionizuz, but obviously when viewers have submitted material for my potential use, I have taken them up on that regularly. But it has been very important that those things are high quality. So if you can ship me something high quality and funny and repeatable, I'm in. And we are wrecking here. One, two, three, four, five. I'm going to Scorch again. It's not quite as much damage, though, is it? Yeah, I'm still going to do it. Yeah, maybe I draw a Reef, but this just feels like going so wide, and we get both of these next turn, and like... Yeah, Reef off the top to laugh at me. It'll still be good, though, is the thing. We play Reef, we play the Cat, we play Crasher, and we're still happy with Reef. All right, 6 mana. Yeah, we're just going to sacrifice little dudes and get wide. Get wide. Reef is insane, yeah. Thanks for showing us that.
In a place that they can call home. A pure soul can inspire others.
I believe you. I'm not gonna, you've seen how long it takes me to get stuff done around here, Dionizuz. If you're expecting me to put my son to work on a custom Dionizuz meme, that's gonna be unlikely, but... That was pretty good. I don't even know what. Let's see. They played a pattern matcher and a thief, and they were black-white. Probably have some flyers, but didn't really see much. We could bring in the Dragonfire to protect against thieves. Probably have the blocking to do thieves, though. Veil. I've resisted bringing in Veil till I at least see some serious targeted removal in the colors that it's protecting against, and we just didn't see it there. I mean, we didn't see anything there. Maybe. You want to try one? All right, fine. I'll bring in the Veil. I just don't think it's that big a deal. We could do it for growth or one of the overcomes. I guess we're on the draw. Let's pitch an overrun. Or overcome. I say overrun, I mean overcome. You know what I mean. By the way, I have updated my spreadsheet. I went for a long time, a couple weeks, without really updating the wins and losses on the spreadsheet. I have now, so we can kind of figure out how we're doing in this set a little better. I'll keep this. It's not amazing, but we'll play a forest. We have the Veil to just cycle. Oops, did I screw that up? Oh, yeah. Aquanow and I, neither of us can spell spreadsheet, but somebody got there. Thank you for that. Got our splash online. That's nice. Not doing much here. Really don't want to see the dreaded Thief. Thief would be the worst thing we could see from Oppo right now. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Yeah, and also the thing is that this isn't like, this does nothing unless they have the thing. Like when you bring in like disenchant or whatever, if they don't have an aura or an enchantment or an artifact, the card is dead. All they need to do is cast a spell like they have, and the card isn't dead. We get to draw a card, you know? It's not that big a deal. Double D's, that is why I agreed to bring it in. That we're in the high side of wins, so we can presume some removal out of a black deck, but that's rough. They're gonna get another vulture out of this. Ah, they didn't have one, okay. Well, we don't have much in the way of board presence coming up yet. Hey, that changes that a lot, though. We're not going to play that yet, though. We're going to start with our Scorching. And then next turn, we can make a 3-4 that fights, or just a big dude. I don't think we want to make big dude against black. I like the big dude plan against red-green that doesn't have ways to deal with a big dude, but we're going to play board control with this Hydra. Dionizuz, I think Gecko Skin is questioning the merits of bringing in Veil of Summer based on what we saw. I was willing to do it because of presumptions about what a high-end 4-1 or 4-0 type deck would have, and also because the floor on Veil is actually pretty high. The floor on Veil against a deck of the appropriate color is pay 1 and cycle, which is already what we did. Oh, I don't know. But I think Gecko's just appropriately talking about the types of things to consider when you're thinking about what to bring in. Well, I was going to go for that Pattern Matcher or the Vulture, but this thing just gets way out of hand, so we're going to go ahead and take out the Knight while they cannot activate the Death Touch. Yeah, sure. But the flyer is just one side of things, right? Like, yes, the flyer is definitely not the reason to bring in the Veil. You're absolutely right about that. Oh, do they have Pump? Rough. Gosh, they have Pump. That's... Oh, they have God's Willing. Yeah, that's not Pump, but it's pretty darn good. There's a 1 black, 2/3 flyer that when you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm not sure if it's for each life. I think it's just when you gain life. Yeah, it's just whenever you gain life. So rough. This is just going to absolutely beat us. We have two ways to play it. We can take a couple more attacks, let it get big, and golem it, or we can just pile everything on it right now and try and... I think we need to go the golem plan for the night. I think we have just enough life cushion to play it this way. And I'm going to block here. So, might lose the Hydra here to some trick or whatever, but our main thing is this knight is going to get us unless we have a plan there. Cutthroat, sure. Well, that's cool. We have a different might now. Or a might for the knight is what I meant. And we can get a Scorcher out, and we can't cast both of those, so yeah, this tap is fine from auto tap. I want 3, I think, on the duplicate creatures question. If I have 3 duplicates, then I'm happy. I mean, it's baseline is a hill giant, so your worst case isn't the worst. You know, you can tolerate that. But I'd like 3 before I'm happy. On the one hand, we may be wanting to play for Overcome. We only have 1 copy of it, and it doesn't quite get us there anyway, so I'm actually going to triple block the Cutthroat, single block the Knight, and try and get there here. Yeah. I'm going to play to board control and not to Overcome. Yeah, that's reasonable. I should have just thrown everything on Cutthroat. That's pretty bad practice. Brian Wong would be mad at me. That's one of his lessons on LR. Look, if you're going to make the multi-block, just move in and make the multi-block. That is especially true when all of your creatures are basically the same. One of the reasons I didn't is because we saw God Willings last turn, but nothing else to suggest they had pump or anything, so I wasn't super worried there. Now we can take out the Vulture. We want to get the Flyer gone. We can consider chumping and using the growth cycle to win combat, but let's see what they want to do with their now 5 mana. A meme challenge. Like, which one to make? No. Because that still worked for me. Yeah, I got a lot of ideas for Murder, Shock. There's a bunch of cards that I've been talking to my son about getting on with making stuff for, but we haven't done it yet. I might start sandbagging lands because of Fenlurker. Don't fear the Reefer. Yeah, that's a murder choice. My front runners for the murder song. It once again depends on how literal you want to be. There's a lot of songs about killing. There are a much narrower band of songs that are specifically use the word murder in them. But like, let's see. They're cracking the caves. Here's what I was thinking. Wait. I'm muted. That doesn't help.
Places that you trail because there's murder by the roadside in it.
I like that one. Killing in the name of, yeah, again, if you don't want to use the word murder, the options just blow up. But I also like this section of the Paper Plane song for the murder meme. Anyway. Some I murder, some I let go. Sorry, I got distracted with meme stuff and didn't really consider a block there, but it's all right. Ooh, that's not good for us right now yet. We'll keep back. Because I was chatting. That was a stream chat punt. I was like, oh, it was on me, and then I just clicked it without thinking. All right. Well, let's see what we can do to wreck this situation. That was Duran Duran's Wild Boys. Actually, let's go like this. Like this. No. This. This and this. Seeing what I think about this. Like maybe not even using the growth cycle this time. Well, we need to not die, so I'm not worried about overcome and getting them to 0. I'm worried about not dying. Yeah, we're probably getting Inspired Charged, but we can't really beat that, so I'm not going to play around Inspired Charge here because we can't really beat it. But I think I like this. And we'll see. I think the Inspired Charge is incoming. We're double blocking. Some murder. Some let go. There you go. Who needs a meme? I'll just sing that every time someone murders. All right, we didn't get this one, I don't think. We're not dead that yet, though, so I'll sandbag the land, and we'll take one more turn. Unlike every Oppo we've faced today, I'm not going to concede before we have played this out. We could draw the Hydra and have kill one and have an extra blocker. That would be an out right now. Look, man. Don't harsh my buzz with your facts. All right. Do we want to make any changes? The only thing we did was swap Overcome for Veil, and we did see the Murder to support that. Given that we're back on the play, we could maybe justify the Overcome a little more. They're going kind of wide, too, with their soldiers, so the Overcome is more helpful there than maybe the Growth Cycle. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. In terms of playing, maybe take out the tracker here and play a little bit lower to the ground. And I think I still just like the one Overcome here. I like doing this. Come on. All right, all right, all right. This has some legs. I think we start with the Sailor and play Highlands second, since we don't have a 2-drop here. It does give them the opportunity to like pick off the Sailor, but I'm generally on board with trying to use the Sailor as early damage when you're presented with the opportunity. And if the opponent uses removal, so be it. Nothing on 3 this game, but if they don't put up something pretty good, we get to go Brawler into Scorcher and potentially into Elemental. Thief was a concern, especially with Murder about. But let's go ahead and play something that can technically block and eat it and make him have that Murder. Yeah, that's true. Scorcher prevents the Murder play, but I'm also... There's a way... I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should have just Scorcher to prevent the Murder play from working. I'm just greedy about wanting this into this, I suppose. Yeah, Firecat was a little late there. Also could have played that to try and trade with the Thief, make him murder the cat. That would have been reasonable too, maybe. If they have the Murder, they are really sandbagging it. They've got a lot of tools to punish us for making this block, but also the Thief does not allow you to not block. You gotta try. We may get 3 for 1 here with Cutthroat coming down, but you just gotta do it. But yeah, I kind of regret it. Now I wish I had the Scorcher. If I'd played the Scorcher, that just would have been better. I think that just would have been better. We even saw Cutthroat before, so it seemed pretty likely. Could go Ember Cat. What does that get us? It gets us at least 5 next turn for Elementals if we cared about that. But no, we just want Scorcher. Yeah, we saw 2, so it was pretty likely. It was we've seen two cutthroats and 1 murder, so from our data gathering, cutthroat was more likely than murder anyway. But yeah, the Scorcher was correct. We'll see if we can overcome that, but really wish I'd played the Scorcher, and it basically nullifies both the murder plan and the cutthroat plan for dealing with the fallout of taking out the thief.
When evil arises, I will be there to confront it.
Probably seeing a cat soldier, in which case next turn we're probably going to throw a bunch of elemental tokens in the name of killing a Johnny.
Stronger.
Ooh, but now do we ignore him and go for the long game? That's interesting. Gains 3 next turn, though. Oh, did I miss it? What do you mean he wouldn't die? Is it 3? We play this and send everything? Yeah, I think we just have to... This gave me pause, but I'm going to follow through on the plan. Let's see. No need to send it all, though. They block 2, and so 3 more need to get through. And we can send... sorry, 3 more... They block 2, and then 3 get through. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, we can send Sailor at face. That's the answer. Sailor at face, extra there. And I'm going to send it all just in case they have the -2/-2. Then this is correct. Disfigure, yeah, that's what I was trying to come up with.
We must regroup.
And Overcome still looks solid here. If we can beat them to the big alpha. Really took a lot of resources to get rid of this thief, though. We really got hammered by that sequence of plays. Pattern Matcher definitely gets another cutthroat unless they've got it in their hand already. We know about that one. Jeez. I'm gonna go with the kitty over the shaman. Get some more mana here. Now we'll be able to... I guess I could have drawn a card. Maybe I should be drawing instead of building my board. But building board feels important too against what's going on here. I'm not sure. Just feel like I'm giving them time to kill the sailor before we can get proper value out of it. Thinking of Marshall's oft said comment of, you know, make hay while the sun shines. I'm kind of in just take it mode if they want to do this. Yeah, I'll take 6. That's really the problem, right, Ferengi? We just don't have the time to take off right now. We'll get an elemental down and see if that holds the board a bit. They still have this cutthroat play, so even an elemental is vulnerable to that kind of 2-for-1 or 1-for-1. Oh, they're gonna play that. Okay. Murder most foul. All right, I think we just got to keep trying to go wide. I'm going to play the Elemental now, though, because it might hold him back. If the Elemental can stabilize the board, then we can play the Scorcher, then we can play the Overcome, and hopefully that'll be enough. But we really need this to kind of get there for us right now. If they got another murder, it's trouble. And they're highlighting the Fire Elemental, so that's not a great sign, but we'll see. Okay. Gives them... Oh, well, we're going to go... Let's see. 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm going to go to 1. And keep all of our creatures. Risky, but you got to risk it for the biscuit, right? Do they have it? Just a disfigure, so it's still a trade. Boy, oh boy, that's harsh. We could play Shaman and Druid, tapping the cat, giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers for their 5. We can't kill them, though. Really needed to find something that then threatened the ground again. We were in kind of a tough spot there. If we found Overcome mana, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that was kind of one way. Yeah, land would have been nice. I guess we just have to play Druid and Shaman. Except got to do it this way or it won't work. Yeah, we get 3 out of that, but this... Yeah, sure. I'm going to shuffle those. I think we're just way up against it. It doesn't even matter. That's fine. Like, we didn't really want any of these in the library anyway. We want land. Pretty easy swing away for Oppo, and we got to figure out what's important here. All the 3s are kind of the same. This can block there and live at least, so we'll do that. And avoid death, but not much else. Well, same thing. Can avoid death, but not much else. Doubling your life can be a thing. So, gotta keep trying to kill things. This goes back here. This attempts to work together with friend to kill something and chump chump. We're just toast here. We're just kind of hanging on for the fun of it almost. I don't see how we possibly win this game. We don't have anything that deals enough wide damage to account for this situation. Let's see. Well, not dead yet, though. Now We's dead. GG Oppo, nice deck. Well played. Not going to complain about this 4-2. Another good day after we started the week 1-2, 1-2, and then gone 5-0, 4-2. Summer, murder. Summer, let go. There you go. Well. Yeah, 2 losses here. We'll claim this prize. Still got profit on our gems, 5 boosters. A very good day of Magic. Let's soapbox and open some packs.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Thank you, Mama. Making it rain.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Some say I never
Man, all I gotta do is sing, and you throw
that.
that around. I'll keep that in mind for next time I need to sing for my reward there, Mama.
Say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
You may regret that, because I'm perfectly willing to sing.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
$25 gift subs. You did it. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Look at that. Motor City Mama has given away 25 gift subs around here. That is so kind of you. I appreciate that support, Mama. Is that what you want now? You want the Paper Planes murder meme? Yeah, good sub day. Thank you for all that. Dionizuz, do you want to take a crack at it? Do you want that assignment? You seem to be looking for an assignment, but I do have I have some murder ideas in the works with Oliver, but we will take that into account. Keep it going. Have I ever gotten Golos to work? Nope, never played Golos. Have only played against Golos here and there. All right, good day of Magic. I think we played pretty tightly. There are a couple of punts here and there, mostly small stuff. So I like that when I can keep my punts low level and low quantity, which I think we did today. And we got good resources still going on the free to play. So it's been a good recovery couple of days after a rough start of the week. And now I'm going to go check out our rating options. Oh, also, I believe I have, I'll do this while I'm still on the air. Let's get some more packs. Robert 0051 was kind enough to share unused redemption codes. And look at that, 6. Well, that's a lot of boosters. That's cool. I thought it was just 3, but 6 is nice. We get to open more packs. While I look for who we're rating, let's see. We've got Penny Arcade. I'm gonna see.
Basically anything.
See who's on Penny Arcade. Legendvd. I hear Legendvd is really nice, but I got issues with that name, I gotta say. Maybe Caleb. Caleb isn't usually on for me to raid. Maybe I'll raid Caleb while Caleb is on. And Caleb's doing limited. Yeah, I'm gonna send you over to Caleb D MTG. How about that?
Blood is my beginning. It will be the end.
Almost through our packs. Well, we got a nice start on the M20 collection, I'm sure here. We can take a closer look later, but I like where we're at. Great day of streaming. Thank you so much. It's so entertaining to stream with you all. I hope it's reciprocated. I guess so, or you wouldn't stay around, but it's fun for me too. Really appreciate the community that's building here and love you all. So say hi to Caleb for me, and we'll catch you next time, all right?